What's going on, guys, and welcome to another video. And in today's video, this is going to be a how to decal tips and tricks. I have kind of learned doing it. I've done quite a few now, so I think I've got the grasp of it. In this video, I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks, what I've learned doing it. So when you go into it, if you haven't done it before, you go into it basically with a better idea of what I did when I first went into it. I didn't really watch any tutorials or anything like that. I just kind of jumped into it. So in this video, I'm going to be showing some tips, giving some tricks, what I've learned, to hopefully get you into decaling and help you get better at doing it. So before we get into the video, if you're enjoying the video, hit the subscribe button. Down below is the video of me doing it for the first time. If you want to watch that video, that's where I go kind of in depth of what you need to buy and things like that. The list of what you need to buy is down below. So if you want to buy anything, hit down the list below. They are affiliate links, so they help the channel. So to start off with, we have got our blank figures. So here are the blanks. They came with printing on, but what I did to get the printing off is I simply used a rubber. So I rubbed it off. This is how they came and this is how they are now. So all literally just rubbed it off, and now we've got our blank. Helmets, I like to use the official P1 blanks just because I've got an OCD. I like it to be official, everything like that. So I got those, and the only thing is we've got the plain black heads rather than the faces, but it's not the end of the world, is it? So the two we are going to be decaling today are going to be a 327th officer and a art trooper Jesse. I'm super excited to do this one. I've been waiting for this decal to come for a very long time back in stock, and now I've finally got it. And we've got to do this, and this is going to be the first time doing cloth. So the first tip I've learned is the black lines. The black lines, basically the guide, and with those you need to cut them off. So you need to cut a bit in the lines rather than cut on them, because if you cut on the lines, you will definitely get them on the decal, and that's not what we want. We want them completely gone. So I'm just going to cut those out, and then we can start decaling. So like I was saying, the best tip cutting out is to cut off the black bits, and always use something to keep it straight. Usually I have a metal ruler, but I can't seem to find it, so my VIP card is the next best thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to line it up. We're going to push hard down on where we're decaling so we don't drag it across with us. And we're just going to start there, and we're just going to go straight down like so. Trying not to go on the actual print design, because that would be a disaster. Then we're going to go down that way. It doesn't matter if you go over the black line, because obviously we don't need that, like so. And then the last one should be the first leg. I have done it slightly wonky, but as long as you don't go onto the actual decal, you're absolutely fine. So I'm going to do that for the rest of it, and obviously some of it's going to be freehand, some of it's going to be with this to make sure I get the straight lines, and then we can start decaling. So all the decals are cut out, and like I said, I cut out all the black, but obviously some a bit rough. Like that is a bit rough, but you've got to remember, as long as you got the print, you don't need much of the white, obviously, apart from the face and things like that. Got a bit close there, but it doesn't matter, because when you actually decal, you can't tell. So now got my water, my trusty sponge, my tweezers, and then the blanks, and then I've got my little stand. These are for the helmets, that's so you can get close to it. And yeah, so the next tip I'm going to be talking about is this. Use this to the best of your ability. So who should we start with? We'll start with another tip: don't breathe while doing it. We'll start with Jesse. Let's do Jesse. I've wanted to do Jesse for ages. So what I'll do first is I'll get his print, put it in the water, then just gently get it to basically where you want it, and just give it a pretty firm jab, then gently off it just until you're happy. There it is. So there you go. No air bubbles, nothing like that, and that looks pretty good. And because we've done the front, what I'll do now is I'll wait to do the rest, and we'll have a go at the visor, because then I can show you what I mean with the sponge, because the sponge is a very, very useful part to decaling. So get the visor wet. And once you've got it to where it should be, like so, give it a good push down with your end. Try and take it straight off. Don't move it side to side or anything like that. Then where you see a little air bubble, try and push it out. But I wouldn't, if you have got one, I wouldn't go crazy, because you will very likely mess it up. If you carry on pushing and pushing and pushing, there is a
good chance you'll just pull the whole decal off. So try your hardest to get it in the right place, and then don't fiddle with it as much as I want to fiddle with it. Make sure it's all down. I mean, the mouth isn't the best, but far away, it doesn't look awful. Dabbing all the bits that haven't gone down with the sponge, push them down. It's not too shabby, not too shabby. And then we'll do the bottom. This is the bit I struggle with the most, this bottom visor bit, but we'll have a go. We'll have a go. There we go. It's ever so slightly wonky, but it'll do. And that's the helmet done. So we'll put that right back there in our little stand we made, so he doesn't get touched until he's sprayed. And then what we'll do is we'll do the back half of the torso. You shouldn't really use your fingers. It's best to use tweezers as much as you can. I don't know, I find it hard sometimes. So get it in the right place, give it a good sponging, and then if you've got any overhang whatsoever, what you do is you just sponge it, give it a good sponge, and it should curl over and attach itself so you can't see it anymore. And then once I've done with the torso on our trusty stand, usually you can take the arms off. I don't, unless there's arm printing. I mean, you probably should for when you spray it, but it's not the end of the world. Then the legs. The legs with the feet can be quite hard. And remember, I forgot for the first one, but this black bit means it's the left leg because it's on the right hand side. Dip it in the old water. I think the legs are one of the hardest bits in my opinion to get that foot bit right, but it's not perfect, but it will do just for now. And then last leg, and that's all done. So that's the first one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 332nd Trooper, then I'll show you the after job. Both clones are decaled, all done. The yellow one would have been perfect, but I think I must have moved it, taken the arms off for this one, because I thought actually I can't really have the arms on, because if I spray it, the arms will start sticking. The legs on this one are pretty goddamn perfect, but this one's slightly wonky. The face, I'm very happy with how that's all lined up, but there is a slight white gap there between the bottom visor bit, but overall I'm happy with them. Once they're sprayed, once they're ready to go, they will look absolutely fine. And you may be thinking, what the hell are you done here? I put the legs sideways because sometimes if you spray, the spray dries in the crack and then it goes all yellow. And so I'm going to try spraying them like this, or I'll try and make it something for next time if this doesn't work, to spray them upside down. But for now, let's go spray them. So I've got all my clones ready to be sprayed with clear coats. I've opened the window. Ideally do this outside, but I'm not going outside at night time, so I'm doing it in the bathroom. Bathroom door closed, window open. I've got this little box set up because any overspray, we don't want any overspray basically to go anywhere. And then I've got another big box behind it. And then what we'll do is get spraying. Tip for spraying, read the instructions. This one says, shake for 1 minute and hold 30 centimeters away. So we'll do that now. I think the tip is for this, don't overspray, because that's when you start getting the yellow in. It's only meant to be quick. There's me. So let it dry overnight, and then we'll put the clones together. It's the next day. It's actually like the next evening, so they've had ages to dry. I've just put them together and they look really, really good. And the tip with the legs about yellowing works. So if you're gonna spray your legs, have them sideways and you won't get any yellowing. And here are the finished products. So on the left we've got Jesse. The only thing I did wrong is I sliced through his thing there, which I'm a bit annoyed at. That's the thing I think I'm most annoyed at, but it happens. It still looks quite good. And then on the right we've got our 322nd, I can't remember what he's called now, but he looks really good as well. I'm really happy with how the helmet came out. It actually is like aligned pretty goddamn perfect. And yeah, and so the legs are good. So with all those tips and tricks, hopefully when you come to decal, you'll be able to decal like a pro better than me. And I've still got 2 more to do, and I've got a phase 1 animated to do. So I'm going to do that probably within the next week or so. And that will probably be on the vlog. I'll do weekly vlogs, so be sure to check them out. They are pretty much every week or every other week, depending on how much I can do. But with shops opening now, the vlogs should be like A-OK.
okay. If you haven't already, go down in the description below. We have got merchandise. Be sure to go purchase some, send me a picture, support the channel. It is awesome. I'm really happy with it. I thought it was a cool way of people to be able to support the channel by making merch. So go check it out, support the channel so I can carry on making awesome content. Follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes of videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.